Hey boy, girl in a helicopter, it's the power potion, and today I'm doing another thoughts and remarks for one of my favorite shows of all time, Gravity Falls. I hope you enjoy. And today we're going to give my review about season 1, episode 19, Dreamscaperers. Here we go. The plot of the episode is basically about how Gideon wants to have the deed to the mystery shack, so he tries the best he can to get open the safe. And I'll be right back. I just need to turn off the heater because it's really bothering me. There. Alright. Anyway, so Gideon tries his best to get the deed to the mystery shack from the safe that Stan has. So what he does is that he summons a dream demon, also known as Bill Cipher. Bill Cipher ends up entering Stan's mind, and Dipper, Seuss, and Mabel have to also enter his mind so they can stop Bill from getting the code. So yeah, they go into his mind. They have to search through his memories, and hilarity ensues, of course. And Dipper is always constantly wondering why why Stan always puts him onto like the hard chores and stuff like that. So he's always like he has this like kind of a vendetta against him at that point where he's like, man, why is he always like that? I don't feel like saving him, you know? So he goes through that kind of stuff. So he visits a memory where Stan and Seuss are talking while Dipper is chopping firewood, and Stan explains that he wants to get rid, like he says, he's weak and I want to get rid of him. So that's what Dipper hears. So then he shuts the door and he just feels, and he now knows what Stan feels about him and that kind of stuff. So he meets up with the rest of the group, and then he explains that he doesn't want to chase after Bill and like save Stan. Like, what's the point if Stan just has like a hatred towards Dipper? So the group minus Dipper goes. So Mabel and Seuss plus Mabel's imaginary, like, you understand if you watch the episode. Imaginary like friends, let's just say, go and fight Bill, and they end up like getting beaten by Bill. You know, like they end up like they get like beaten up and that kind of stuff. And then Dipper revisits that memory, and then he listens to the rest of the memory of what Stan was saying. So you know how Stan was like, he's weak, I want to get rid of him. And then he says, it's what people said to me when I was little. So it explains how Stan had a rough childhood because he was constantly getting bullied. So his dad, took him in for boxing matches and boxing lessons so he could stand up for himself and other people. So he then shows a memory of a guy like stealing away his purse, and Stan like hooks him right in the face, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of stuff, and it's just a really nice episode, and it's really good. I'm not even done with the episode yet. I know I like gushing over it. So yeah, Dipper eventually knows why Stan wants to treat him with all like the hard chores and stuff like that, because he wants to see Dipper conquer all like the things that life throws at him, that kind of stuff, you know. So he eventually meets up, and he eventually enters the memory, and Bill eventually, like, he puts a hole in his chest. Before this, when they first met, it was a whole thing. So he puts a hole in his chest. Bill puts a hole in Dipper's chest, and the memory Stan is like, hey, let me fix that up. So he just heals it back up, and Dipper's like, wow. And Stan explains that since this is his mind, you can practically do anything. You can imagine anything, and you can just, if you're thinking about like a laser puppy, pow, comes right in your hand, that kind of thing. So, with this newfound knowledge and newfound respect for Grunkle Stan's opinion of Dipper, Dipper eventually meets up with Mabel, Seuss, and Mabel's imaginary friends, and he says, "Guys, you don't have to like cower in fear and stuff like that. You can just imagine like cool fighting things, and you can just kill Bill, right? Because you can just imagine like super overpowered things. So that kind of stuff. They imagine that kind of stuff. They fight him off. They defeat him, and what happens is that they show a glimpse of Bill exiting Grunkle Stan's mind, and what happens is that they show him in his pose with like the top hat and his and it shows the wheel, the cipher wheel, of a bunch of symbols. And I got like a lot of fans thinking, because in every intro sequence there was always that same image of Bill's cipher in the cipher wheel, and they could like never really understand what that meant. So they tried like pinpointing the symbols to characters, and it worked out like that. So yeah, this episode is super canon. If you are like skimming through Gravity Falls looking for like all the episodes that like you don't want to watch every episode, you just want to get all like the juicy plot stuff for like later on, this is definitely one of the episodes that's like probably the most canon of the entire series, besides a few others in season 2 which I won't mention. But still, Dreamscaperers is one of the best episodes of Gravity Falls. I mentioned it in my ranking all 40 episodes of Gravity Falls. It was definitely one of the best episodes. If you haven't seen it, well, I wouldn't recommend watching it because I just like spoiled the entire thing for you. But if you still want to watch it after my spoiler of it, you're free to do so. All 2 seasons of it are on Hulu, and you can also go on this website called Kiss Cartoon, and you will find a bunch of cartoons, things like BoJack Horseman, Steven Universe, Craig of the Creek, a bunch of other like Cartoon Network shows. And if I look up Gravity Falls on their website, I will find that they have both 2 seasons of Gravity Falls. So if you don't have a Hulu subscription, you can go on Kiss Cartoon. Just look up Kiss Cartoon on YouTube, and you will find like basically everything you need to watch. Gravity Falls, Star Wars Force People, BoJack Horseman, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. I give this episode a 9 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this thoughts and remarks. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Go check out Kiss Cartoon and find all these cartoons you might enjoy. And I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.